My question to you guys is that American Bitcoin going to simply be sold on the markets as a Bitcoin, or are you guys going to wrap it on perhaps an American layer one network like Hedera or Solana, and sell it as a new product? So American Bitcoin would be a separate type of Bitcoin, which would essentially be a wrapped Bitcoin, with the underlying asset behind it, but also a proof of having been mined in the United States.
Well, maybe I can jump in on this one, guys. This is a very pure concept. I mean, this is really, physical assets meet, meet crypto assets, and our plan is to go out and mine as much Bitcoin as we can, as you've heard for the last half an hour on this call. And by the way, thanks for that nice comment. We really appreciate it. We did stick our neck out there, but we truly love this industry, and we believe in the power of this country. We believe in the power of modern finance, and so Sean, that was a beautiful statement. So I, appreciate you, bud, and thanks for the, thanks for the nice wishes. But no, I mean, our intent is to have this be a public company. Our intent is to have the Bitcoin that we hold be very pure Bitcoin, and so I don't think there's any intent of having this, at least right now. Right, never say never to anything, but right now I don't think there's any intent to go rapid or do some kind of different product. This is meant to be a company that holds tangible Bitcoin on the balance sheet, sees massive appreciation of that Bitcoin as it has year over year, and run a very pure operation. That's a little bit separate and distinct from some of the other models you see out there.
I think we have a new speaker that just joined. A bond. Can you help me pronounce your name? I don't want to butcher it. All right, we got someone else joining. We got Crypto Kid.
Crypto Kid, all right.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on. I'm not a Bitcoin mining aficionado. I'm more focused on investing into Bitcoin in the long run. So for anybody that doesn't understand mining overall, I would love to understand personally on the longevity of the mining industry. With the Bitcoin halvings, when the reward is halved every 4 years, how do you see the profitability of the mining scape and your business overall doing in the long run?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. Bitcoin mining is always going to perfect down to where profitability makes sense for the miners to be on the network. We assess the profitability based on a metric called hash price, which factors in the current network difficulty. The difficulty is the total amount of miners on the network, all contributing hash rate, all contributing to validating transactions. As more miners come on, you can assume that the difficulty rate increases, which reduces each miner's individual share. And that is a very dynamic and fluid moving target. And then you have the Bitcoin spot price, given that the output that we're receiving is underlying Bitcoin. When you factor all this together, you get a metric called hash price. Over time, hash price always comes down to equilibrium. As you can think of it as this: if the price of Bitcoin were to come down, the higher cost producers, to Eric's earlier comments, if you're in the UK or you're in Spain and your cost of energy is 15, 18, 20 cents, you're going to hit break even earlier. I would say that miners are rational and miners are operating this as a profitable business. So those higher cost operators, when they hit that break even, they shut off and it helps decrease the network difficulty. That balances hash price as well, which is why at the core thesis of Bitcoin mining, it is so important to be the lowest cost producer. Being the lowest cost producer allows you to live through the volatility of Bitcoin and remain profitable, even if Bitcoin prices were to recede.
All right, I think we got Short Toshi.
I changed my name actually. It's Alpha Trader, but it was a joke because I was shorting the market a lot, but I got to change it back. So I'm taking serious. How are you, Esther?
Doing well. How's it going?
Good, good. I have a question for you on the topic. So as regulatory like uncertainty continues to drive miners offshore, what will it take to ensure Bitcoin mining remains a strategic like industry in America? And how does Hut 8 leading the charge make Bitcoin not just a global but like American?
No, thanks for the question. Energy infrastructure platform has kind of been the focus of where we really built our platform and what we're building towards. And if you think about energy and you think about the US and where the focuses are, and I mean, Eric brought this up, drill baby drill. I mean, in order to be the most successful Bitcoin miner, the large majority of your operating costs is your cost of electricity and your ability to manage those costs of electricity. So stabilize 24/7 costs, but its ability to curtail around peaks and troughs to be able to get a realized cost of electricity. And we believe that the US has already and will continue to have some of the best, cheapest power at scale. If you want a couple megawatts, 5, 10, 20, that's different, right? You can get that in really cheap places, some places for free because there's so much hydropower. When you're looking at large scale, hundreds of megawatts, gigawatts of power, we think the US is an amazing, amazing place in order to do so. And this asset is also good for the grid in places where you have volatility in production from different power generation sources. And so we think this is a net positive when we figure out what are the right grids that we can bring these load assets to. And we're big fans in America. I mean, American Bitcoin says it all. So we're doubling down and we're building infrastructure right here in our home country. All right, Bitcoin Bella.